Aston Martin. Few car brands have protected their identity as carefully as Aston Martin. British, elegant, hand-built. For more than 60 years, it has been the car of James Bond, becoming one of the strongest symbols of British automotive engineering, which makes the next fact surprisingly difficult to believe. Open the hood of the Aston Martin DB12 and you'll find a 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 built not in Britain, but in Affalterbach, Germany, by Mercedes-AMG. The same engine also powers the Mercedes-AMG G63, one of the world's most recognizable performance SUVs. And here's the twist. In the G63, that very same engine produces even more horsepower than it does in the Aston Martin. The heart of Britain's most iconic Grand Tourer is shared with a German off-roader. The connection goes even further. Mercedes-Benz is one of Aston Martin's largest shareholders, supplying not only engines but also electrical systems and key technology used throughout the car. None of that makes the DB12 any less exceptional, but it does reveal something most people never expect. Sometimes, the most British car on the road owes much of its performance to Germany. Toyota Supra. Toyota wanted to bring back one of the most legendary names in sports car history. There was just one problem. The company no longer had a modern inline-six engine powerful enough for the car it wanted to build. Developing one from scratch would have taken years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. So Toyota made an unexpected decision. It went to BMW. Together, the two companies developed an entirely new sports car platform. Toyota got the Supra. BMW got the Z4. Under the hood, both cars use the same BMW B58 turbocharged inline-six engine. They share much of the same chassis, suspension architecture, and countless components hidden beneath the bodywork. They are even built side by side in the same factory in Graz, Austria. Then enthusiasts discovered something even stranger. Early Supras could be flashed with BMW engine software, unlocking power that Toyota had deliberately limited. The internet exploded. Was the Supra really a Toyota? Or simply a BMW wearing Japanese bodywork? Toyota insists the tuning, suspension, and driving experience are entirely its own. And they're right. Drive the two cars back to back, and they feel remarkably different. But underneath the sheet metal, one fact remains impossible to ignore. One of Japan's most famous sports cars owes its heart to Germany. Pagani Zonda. Before the Pagani Zonda became one of the most beautiful supercars ever built, Horacio Pagani faced a problem that could have ended the project before it began. He needed a V12 engine. And the perfect one already existed. Mercedes-Benz had developed a 6-liter V12 for its flagship S600 luxury sedan. It was smooth, powerful, and incredibly reliable. Pagani wanted it for his supercar. Mercedes refused, more than once. Then, everything changed with a single phone call. Juan Manuel Fangio, 5-time Formula One world champion and one of the greatest racing drivers in history, personally introduced Horacio Pagani to Mercedes-Benz. This time, the answer was yes. The same V12 that carried executives in one of Germany's most luxurious sedans was transformed into the heart of an Italian masterpiece. Later, AMG developed even larger 7-liter and 7.3-liter versions exclusively for Pagani, pushing the Zonda to well over 500 horsepower while preserving the character that made the engine legendary. The partnership continues to this day, with the Huayra also powered by an AMG-built V12. Without Fangio's introduction, the Zonda might never have existed. One of the greatest supercars ever created owes its heartbeat to a luxury Mercedes, and a friendship that changed automotive history forever. Lotus Elise. Lotus has always believed that the fastest way to build a better sports car isn't by adding power, it's by removing weight. That philosophy created the Elise, a car so light that every input felt immediate. The original model weighed little more than 700 kilograms, but it came with one serious weakness. Its Rover engine had a reputation for reliability problems that often overshadowed the brilliance of the car itself. Lotus needed a better solution. It found one in Japan. For the second-generation Elise, Lotus replaced the Rover engine with Toyota's 2ZZGE, a 1.8-liter four-cylinder developed with Yamaha for the Celica GTS and the Corolla Matrix XRS. In those cars, it was a high-revving engine, built to be reliable enough for everyday driving. In the Elise, everything changed. Installed in a car weighing under 900 kilograms, the same engine delivered one of the purest driving experiences on the market. Journalists praised its razor-sharp responses, while owners praised something equally important. It simply kept running. Toyota built the engine for a practical sports coupe. Lotus used it to create one of the greatest driver's cars ever made. Sometimes, the perfect engine isn't the one you build yourself. It's the one someone else has already perfected. Koenigsegg CC8S. Long before Koenigsegg became one of the fastest and most technologically advanced car companies in the world, Christian von Koenigsegg faced a simple problem. He had a vision for a Swedish hypercar, but he didn't have an engine. He approached Audi. They said no. He approached Subaru. They said no. Eventually, he turned to Ford. At the time, Ford's modular V8 powered everything from the Mustang GT to the F-150 pickup truck. It was never designed for a hypercar. Koenigsegg changed that. The company completely reworked the engine, strengthened its internals, added 2 superchargers, and installed it in the CC8S. The result was astonishing: 655 horsepower, 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. A top speed of 240 miles per hour. The same engine family that powered American muscle cars and work trucks had become the heart of one of the fastest production cars on Earth. A few years later, Koenigsegg developed its own engines and never looked back, eventually creating some of the most advanced powertrains in automotive history. But none of it would have happened without that first Ford V8. One of the world's greatest hypercar manufacturers began its journey with an engine originally designed for a Mustang. Noble M600. Most people have never heard of Noble. Yet one of its cars once beat the Bugatti Veyron around the Top Gear test track. The M600 was built around a simple philosophy: no traction control, no stability control, no ABS, just 650 horsepower and the driver. It reached 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds and became one of the most demanding supercars of its generation. Then came the biggest surprise of all. Its engine didn't come from Ferrari, Lamborghini, or Mercedes. It came from a Volvo SUV. The 4.4-liter V8 originally powered the Volvo XC90, where it had been designed by Yamaha to deliver smooth, quiet, and reliable performance for families. Noble saw something completely different. The company strengthened the engine, fitted 2 Garrett turbochargers, and more than doubled its original output. The result was a supercar capable of embarrassing machines that cost several times more. The same engine that once carried children to school inside a Swedish luxury SUV ended up powering one of Britain's wildest supercars. Volvo built it to be refined. Noble built it to be unforgettable.